what does it mean to live a more fulfilling life? For some of us, this could mean taking better care of ourselves or enveloping our days with gratitude. It could mean being more organized or recognizing obstacles that are preventing us from reaching our goals. Whatever it means for you, I believe at the end of the day, we all just want to live a more purposeful and intentional life. Hey pen friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Devin, and today I want to talk to you about a very special thing that has come into my life. How have you guys been feeling with recent events? For me, I've felt a bit of uncertainty, and of course, there have been just a whirlwind of emotions. Sparing you some of those details, I just have to say that this could not have come at a better time in my life. It is the Pada Journal. The Pada Journal is a self-care journal / daily planner / life workbook / everything you could want to live a more fulfilling life. Thank you to Hyan and the Santosha Village team for sending this over to me. It's been such an amazing resource, and just thank you again for sharing it with me and allowing me to share it with all of my pen friends here today. The work that's being done by Hyan and the Santosha Village team is incredible. If you're unfamiliar with Santosha Village, they are a registered 501(c) that is dedicated to designing hyper affordable housing for those who do not have the means or the access to it. So this includes individuals who are earning minimum wage and those who are in a cycle of poverty. In order to work towards that goal, they've created the Pada Journal. So 100% of the proceeds from this journal actually go back to Santosha Village to help with the development of the housing for the unhoused. Please forgive my pronunciation here, but Pada means foot in Sanskrit, and for the Santosha Village team, this really symbolizes these very intentional steps towards living a more fulfilling life. And of course, this journal is comprised of really well thought out worksheets to help us live a more fulfilling life. The Pada Journal measures 6 by 9 inches and is a soft bound cover journal. This entire journal is printed in black and white and has 90 GSM paper. I did do a pen test to share with you guys, and I would highly recommend sticking with gel pens, roller balls, ballpoints, so think your less inky writing instruments. The Pada Journal is designed as a 10-week journal, so it has 256 pages total, with 146 of those pages being weekly / daily planner spreads, and then you also get 40 dotted note pages. Aligned with Santosha Village's mission and values, they've also made the Pada Journal available as a free downloadable PDF so that it is accessible to everyone. The Pada Journal is organized into 4 different parts: the planner section, the journal section, a reminder section, as well as a discovery section. So let's start by talking about the planner section. The planner section is comprised of those daily / weekly planner spreads that I mentioned earlier. The daily spreads are meant to be completed in the morning and then revisited in the evening. I like that it has a morning and evening check-in because I feel as though my day is truly complete. If I'm preparing in the morning for my day, I want to know what it is that I need to focus on. And then going back in the evening and revisiting the same spread allows me to reflect on what happened that day and to improve and plan for the next. The daily spread is set up so that you have a section for the date as well as your intention for the day. Below that, there's a morning ritual checklist, including things like meditation, yoga or exercise, making sure that you do your prayers and affirmations, revisiting your read and watch inspiration list, which is included in this journal, and then making time for journaling. It also asks questions such as, what am I grateful for today? And I'm sure we're all aware that having an attitude of gratitude can serve us really well. And there's also a section to pray for someone. For me personally, again, I'm kind of going through a bit of uncertainty, so this section has been one of the things that I look forward to completing each and every day. Whatever your religious beliefs may be, I think that praying for someone or keeping someone in good thoughts is a very powerful and impactful practice. They also include a reminder to us to look for ways to perform acts of kindness and to reconnect with nature. An affirmation that I ended up writing down inspired by that was, no matter how small an act of kindness, I'm capable of immense impact. There's also a place for you to think about the meetings and interactions that you plan to have that day and making sure that you're present and in the moment and making those interactions as meaningful as possible. On the following page, there's a section for you to break down your to-do list. For me, I've been kind of putting a general timeline of what I would like to happen that day or how I would like my day to proceed. And then I put just a couple of key things that I want to make sure that I take care of that day. And that's everything that you would complete for your morning practice in using this journal. And then for the nightly reflection, you would reflect on what you ate that day, if you got your recommended daily servings of protein, veggies, are you drinking enough water? You'll also get the opportunity to review if you were able to perform an act of kindness or reconnect with nature, as well as reflecting on your interactions that you had that day. Were your emails, texts, was your communication clear, prompt, kind, truthful? And then you finish off with reflecting on your intention for that day. Do you feel like you were able to meet that intention? How can you improve for the following day? So the planner section also includes an end of week reflection, and this just gives you a chance to review how your week went. What are some priorities and tasks that you need to keep in mind for the following week? And for an end of week reflection, that may seem pretty standard, but some of the other questions that they include that really are impactful for me personally are, last week, did I take care of myself? Am I making time for the important people in my life? Do I feel connected to my intentions? So those are some questions that I'm not used to asking myself, but have been really appreciating that I have been checking in on those things now. In the end of week reflection, there's also a space for you to reflect on your fears and what's blocking you from living your most fulfilling life. You'll also have the opportunity to reflect on if there is a person, situation, or conflict that is in need of your attention. I also like that they include a little weekly budget. There is a whole worksheet in the discovery section for this, but then there's also a weekly check-in. And then there's space for you to plan for the following week. What is going to be your focus for the upcoming week, and what are some tasks that you need to start planning for? In the planner section, they've also included an intimate relationship check-in at the end of every month. So this is something that you can do with yourself or your significant other, and it just takes you through a couple prompts for you to check in with yourself and see where are areas that you're feeling pretty good in and what needs a little bit more attention. As I mentioned earlier, this journal also has 40 dotted note pages, so this is just a space for you to do some reflection, journaling, brainstorm, doodle, anything to your heart's content. Next up, we have the reminders section. So you'll really want to think of this journal more than just a daily/weekly planner. It really is a life workbook. So in the reminder section, they include little worksheets and exercises that cover fears and blocks, gratitude, an idea bank section, prayers and affirmations, read/watch inspiration, interests around town, travel, and personalized reminders so that you can customize this to better suit your needs. And all of the pages that they include in the reminder section, as well as the discovery section that we're going to talk about next, have really easy to follow instructions so that you can make the most out of those worksheets. The discovery section includes 1 hour activities that take a deeper dive into the different areas of your life. It includes exercises like working on your life's intentions. That's one that I've personally taken time to work through, and it provided so much more clarity for me. I think it's one thing to think these things, but We all know that I believe there is something magical that happens when pen meets paper. It makes it more real and it gives us an opportunity to really communicate how we're feeling. And there's just a barrier, I think, sometimes when we let our thoughts just sit in our mind. But once we give ourselves the freedom to write it down, there's just so much honesty and authenticity, and we may write down things that we weren't expecting to write down. That's definitely something that I've experienced working through this journal. Another activity that I've started to work through in the discovery section is identifying my 12-month goals. There's a space for you to list out and brainstorm all of the things that you want to accomplish, as well as a mind map section. The discovery section also includes worksheets for you to create a supportive weekly routine, work through conquering your fears and blocks, as well as mapping out your personal budget and savings. All of these activities are meant to be completed throughout your 10-week use of this journal. So I think that's something really important to keep in mind, because it can be very exciting and overwhelming to see all of these exercises and activities to create a more fulfilling life. But we have to remember that it's a journey, and these things are not going to happen overnight. But when we show up consistently and we're making time and space and energy to address these items, then we'll start to see results. I've only been using the Potted Journal for a couple weeks now, but I would love to do a 10-week completion follow-up video to this one. So let me know in the comment section below if you guys would be interested in seeing something like that. So far though, I can tell you that the Potted Journal is unlike anything I've shared on my channel before. I just feel such immense gratitude and appreciation for Hyon and the Santosha Village team for the work that they're doing and for reaching out and sharing it with me, because it really has impacted my life in such a way. And it's only the beginning, so I'm really excited to see where it goes from here. From what I've experienced so far, I feel like the Potted Journal is such an amazing, comprehensive, and powerful resource for anyone who's looking to live a more purpose-driven and intentional life. With its daily/weekly planning tools and its carefully thought out reminders and discovery section, I think that the Potted Journal really helps us make time and space for the things that really matter: self-care, personal development, and acts of service. All that to say, if you, my sweet pen friends, are looking for a way to live a more fulfilling life, then check out the description box below. I will leave a link to the Santosha Village website where you can learn more about the very inspiring work that Hyon and the Santosha Village team are doing, as well as a link to the Potted Journal. I have to say that it's one of my favorite things that I've shared on this channel. It's very special. So if you decide to check it out, let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with a pen friend who you think might also enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and to turn on those notifications, that way you don't miss any of my videos. You can also visit me over on my blog, that's www.devnnluu.com. For more pen and paper goodness, feel free to check out these two videos linked here on this screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!